everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my finished Week in the Life journal. So this year, Week in the Life was the last week of April, I believe, of 2023, and I took my time putting this together. I was really busy this year, and I just didn't have the time to film and share my process. I believe I probably have one video shared here on my channel, and then the rest I shared with my members, my YouTube members. So in other words, sadly, I wasn't able to share much of my process and putting this journal together. But I thought it would be fun to do a flip through with you and share with you my finished journal. Now, I did purchase the Ali Edwards journal for Week in the Life. The only thing I did was I trimmed down my journal and put it on discs because last year my journal was so chunky, I was really worried it's going to fall apart. So I thought it would be easier to have it on discs, pull out my pages, work on my page outside the journal and put them back in. And it worked perfectly. I'm so happy I put it on discs because look how chunky my journal turned out. And I also was able to add like fun little elements in there that I wouldn't have been able to do with the journal intact, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's take a look. Now, if you watched my first video, or my only, I think it was my only video here on my channel of my Week in the Life, I added some acetate and a chipboard as my title page. Very cute. As you guys know, for me, Week in the Life, this is my second year doing it, so I haven't been doing it for long. But I don't really focus on one certain thing. I just want to document our life. So if you don't want to, add a lot of photos, you don't have to. If you don't want to add a lot of journaling, you don't have to. You can make it your own. And that's basically what I did with this project because it could get very overwhelming at some point. So definitely just have fun, create, and don't overthink it. Don't feel like you don't have enough photos or enough journaling. Just, go with the flow. Anyways, each day is a different color, so I stuck to that color. I did that last year, and I love how it turned out. I love the cohesiveness of it all, so I stuck to that. And I have my timeline, and each day has the date and the day. I also used my stamps a lot. This stamp set is from the Paper Person shop, and it's all about feelings, and it was perfect to keep up with how I was feeling that day. And I also used a bunch of my own stamps to kind of represent my gratitude as well. Again, just stuck to what I enjoyed doing last year, and I just repeated it for this year. I was doing my mind maps last year, and I did that as well for this year. And it's really simple and basic way to document your day. Like using your stamps, you can use your stickers. I think that was a sticker. And like I said earlier, I stuck to my yellow. I did bring in something like darker just to kind of give some depth to my stamps. But I basically stamped out my day. And this is a fun and creative way to kind of document your day. Filled in my INGs. I love this page. This is one of my favorite pages just because you can look back and see what you were enjoying that day. And then we get into the photos. I just measured my page and basically kept my photos all to fit into the page. I was kind of creating collages for my pages, and that was the best way to do it for me because I was able to squeeze in as many photos as I could. And I always started with a 5x7 photo on the left side of each day. And I added these fun acetates for each day as well. And I had these days of the week from, I can't remember, from Ali Edwards, I believe, or something like that. And it was from an old Week in the Life that I never did. So I just used those just to add a little something there. And added photos. And use this fun kit from Lamm Co. I believe that's the name of, I think it's called 24/7 if I'm not mistaken. But it's such a cute kit, and I just printed it on sticker paper and used it within my pages. I also added some traveler's notebook paper in there, and those are from In a Creative Bubble. And as you can see, I had a lot of fun just switching it up from page to page. I played with my photo sizing. I made sure I had space for stamping and for embellishing. And I love the photo section in my journal because it just brings out the day photos, and also like the stamping and the stickers really brightened everything up. Now we're in Tuesday, and Tuesday's pink, so I stuck to that pink. And I'm doing the same exact thing that I did for Monday, and it's just going to go through the whole journal, my date, my day, and then a lot of stamping using the same stamp set for my feelings. I love this pink, it's so pretty. I did add washi tape as well at the top just to change up the colors a little bit. Love the mind map. And it was basically just kind of keeping up with my day. And as you can see here, I had coffee, talked a little bit about my coffee, got to hang out with my mom, got some Happy Mail, walked the dog, did some work, got to read, did some streaming, just little things like that, that if I look at my mind map, I can see my whole day within that page. And now we get into the pictures. Again, that acetate. Added some fun photos of me grocery shopping, doing my hair, cleaning, cooking, my dishwasher, drove to my parents' house, just little things, got some coffee from Starbucks. Oh, and I also did make sure to add the news, so the front page of my newspaper, the Atlanta Journal, and I also made sure to document what I was watching that day. So if you haven't watched Shrinking, I definitely recommend it. It's hilarious. I love that show. And then just other photos of my day and the kids. I also did add some vellum pieces. I've had this paper for way too long. I was able to add it in my journal, and finished off Tuesday with a large 5x7 photo. Wednesday is green, so we're gonna stick to that green throughout Wednesday. I really like how Wednesday turned out. I just love that green. These are my Tombow markers, I think, because I love that green. I usually use that a lot in my journals. And then we get into the photos. Again, the acetate, my 5x7 photo, sharing a lot of work on Wednesday, doing my hair, feeding Stitch. Stitch doesn't like to get wet when it rains outside, but he wants to spend the whole time outside. So he'll go sit on one of the chairs in the backyard and just chill so he won't get wet. It's really cute and hilarious. Sabine having breakfast or lunch, doing my nails. I do my nails at home. Again, adding the newspaper, adding the weather and what I was watching. Thursday is like this fluorescent pink. The one thing I didn't like about this year's journal is repeating the colors. Yes, this pink is totally different than, what day was this? Tuesday. And this was like more of a peachy pink, but I didn't notice until later that there was a different kind of pink. So I felt like they were a little bit too close. I wish they, I don't know, changed up the colors a little bit, but it's okay. So because I didn't notice that I already did pink, we're doing pink again. If I noticed that, I would have went more peachy for Tuesday, but it's okay. And then we go to our mind map. I added some stickers this time around, more stickers. And then our ing words, a 5x7. I love this dish. It's a Middle Eastern dish, and I'm the only one in the whole family that eats it. So I always make a very small portion just for myself. So I had to take a photo of my lonely bowl. The acetate. Again, I was using a lot of those elements from that kit, the 24/7 kit. It's so good. And I also used a lot of my digital kits as well, and I threw them in there. I think this week is an Ali Edwards digital that I used, and I just printed it on sticker paper and added that in there. What I'm watching, the news again, the weather, and then we're into Friday, which is gray, like a dark gray. Love that dark gray. And I forgot to color in some of my stamping, but that's okay. That's something that I notice later when I'm doing a flip through. Sometimes I think I'm completely done, and then I do a flip through and I notice missing things in here, so we might find some more. But my mind map shrunk because Friday was a lot of working, I believe. I did a lot of staying at home and working. yeah, you can see even my timeline is not that full. So my mind map is only 2 rows, the rest were 3. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to look exactly the same. Some days are totally different than others. Some days I'm out and about, and sometimes I'm just at home working. So I love these little chipboards from the Paper Person shop. I haven't been able to use them much because they're very, very thick. And also, I just have a lot left from it. So it was great to use in my journal here. You can see the good morning world and that wake up as well. And I had taken a screenshot of my alarm for the day, 7 a.m., and just little tidbits of my day at home. I did take a picture of my home from the outside because I wanted to kind of represent that I was basically home all day. The kids were busy, my husband was busy, and it was really just me. But I did use a lot of my digital stamps. So like that, I believe, is from Everyday Explorers, if I'm not mistaken. And then I have this really cute, it says live music. I love this barcode. This is probably from Humble and Create. And then that's from Allie Edwards. So just added a few little elements just to kind of share how I spent my day at home. I did do Wordle, so I added that as well. And what I'm watching, and finished off my spread with the little Peaches pen. I decided to document me joining the Peaches that night or that evening. And I thought that little peach pen was the perfect little add-on to end my Friday, because our Zoom always starts in the evening. So I just wanted to kind of finish off Friday with the peach pen, which I thought was pretty cute. Saturday was a full day, so I have my date, my day, stamped out my gratitude. I think here I was just grateful for sleeping in and then how I was feeling. Oh, and it was prom day for Sabine. That's why it was a busy day. So there was a lot of prom stuff going on. And then I just did my mind map. I really like the mind map from Saturday. Very cute. I did add some yellow in there and it worked out perfectly. And then we have pictures of Sabine's prom, added the acetate. So cute. Love how these turned out. That was a 3x4 card, or maybe a 4x6 card that I trimmed down. I've had it in my stash forever. I felt like it fit in really well, so I just trimmed out the title and added that to fill in that space. Added some smaller paper here. I think this was Traveler's Notebook size, but I did trim them down smaller and added them in there as an interactive element. And then I just stamped out waffles for waffle day. And then just kind of talking about what happened that day. Finished the whole thing off with what I'm watching, the news and the weather. Basically going to bed. And then we get into Sunday. Now Sunday might be missing stuff. I'm not sure. I did rush through Sunday. I feel like I didn't have a lot of photos for Sunday, so I basically just rushed through it. Yeah, you see, I knew it was going to be missing stuff, so I didn't fill in my INGs. Not a big deal. That stuff does not bother me. I still call my journal done, even though it's missing little tidbits. It's more done than not. And so I don't think I had a lot of photos in here, but relaxing. I did add that was a digital stamp. Can't remember from what company, but I used that for my 5x7 photo. Added some of my own stamps and stickers in there. Spent a lot of time reading that day, so I used another 5x7 and just added homebody to that. And a large sticker to the side. Again, I filled in the space because I didn't have a lot of photos. So as you can see, not a lot of photos going on for Sunday. I usually get pretty bored with the project at the end of the week. So that's just what I'm gonna go with, and I'm okay with that. But that's about it, you guys. That is the end of my flip through, and I completed my week in the life. It's nice and chunky. I can add it to last year's. I do need to add 2023 on here. I don't think I stamped 2023 on here, but I might just add it here or something. And that's it. I'm so excited to be done with it and be able to add it to my shelf. And hopefully next year, they'll do another journal. And if they do, I'll definitely put them back on discs. I even bought the digitals last year, so I could have totally just printed the digitals from last year, but I think I might just print out my own because a lot of these I printed myself. I shared that with my members. So really, I didn't even have to buy the journal. But anyways, I did love the color of the new journal. So no regrets, basically. I really love how it turned out. I'm excited to call it done, and I hope you enjoyed watching my flip through. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.